Hey everybody, it's Stacy with Kzoo Keto, and we got another episode of Cookbook Keto. I'm going to attempt to make 3 things again, but I know for sure this time it is not going to be done before Nate gets here. For the main meal, main course, I call it a main meal, I'm making pesto stuffed pork tenderloins. And as always I should say, I am doubling it, so I have 2 pork tenderloins here. This is like a 90-minute cook, and it's 5:15. It's not going to be done. But anyway, let's do this. This is the first time I've done anything with this, so this should be interesting. The other 2 recipes are going to be a lemon roasted spicy broccoli, which Greg won't eat because broccoli is not his friend. Probably just Nate, Mason, and I will eat it. And then I'm also going to make some keto dinner rolls. For this pesto stuffed pork loin, you're going to need Asiago cheese, shredded, Parmesan cheese. I got my 2 pork roasts, Italian seasoning, and of course the pesto. You can find this recipe linked below. It is thesauce.atbbq.com. And this is actually talking about using a pellet smoker. For those of you that know, or those of you that don't know, I don't touch the grill unless it's maybe to light it. And even then I can't do that right half the time. It's charcoal that we use. So I'm sticking with the oven. You preheat to 350 degrees, so I've got that going. Why does all the good cheese have to smell like feet, ass, and vomit? Makes me not want to use it. I just have to remind myself that it tastes really good. Right now I'm cutting it up into chunks so I can throw it in here and shred it. And you know us, you know we get most of our gadgets off of Amazon. So if you're interested in any of these things that I'm using, I will find links to what we have or similar to what we have, and we'll put that in the description box down below if you want to buy something like that. And the links that I'm talking about are through Amazon. They're affiliate links, and they don't cost you anything extra, but it does give us a little bit to keep our channel going, and we do appreciate anything that we get from that because it does really help. So let's start shredding the Asiago. This really is a great little gadget if you have a mixer that can take an attachment to shred cheese. It's like the best thing since sliced bread. Okay, here's where the real interesting part comes in. Figuring out how to slice this. It says you're supposed to trim off the fat and any silver skin, which silver skin makes me think of like fish. I don't see any silver skin on this pork tenderloin. Oh hey, there's 2 pieces in here. Okay. Sure. So yeah, let's open this up and figure this out. Oh, would you look at that? There are 2. Really kind of grosses me out. In the past, whenever we've made anything with pork loins, Greg is usually the one that deals with them. Maybe that's silver skin? I don't know, this is icky. I'm gonna pretend it's chicken. I hate dealing with fat on meat. It grosses me out. Something is telling me this is more effort than what it should be. I think we're just going to go with this. So it says to slice down it lengthwise. It says to do it about 1 inch, but that's for a 2 pound, and this is about 1 pound, so I'm not going to quite do 1 inch. Turn it and continue to slice, following the curve, which I have no idea what that means. So we'll just make this up as we go. I have not the slightest clue what I'm doing. It's Especially as I just cut a hole in it right there. Turn it and slice into the curve. This is making absolutely no sense to me. It's somewhat flat, but there's no way I'm rolling that up. It's got like a shark fin in the middle.
Hello, Joes.
Masterchef Greg.
Hello.
I need your assistance.
Uh-oh.
I apparently do not know how to cut this. Alright, MasterChef Greg.
MasterChef Greg, yeah.
Show us how to do this properly so we don't end up with a weird shark one.
So, ultimately you're going to cut it along the side, but as you're cutting it, you're going to kind of unroll it. So if you look at the picture of it, it looks like it's unrolling. So you're going to kind of make a slice. Not super deep, but you're going to want to start somewhere, right? And then as you do, you're going to kind of pull the meat apart in that process, right? So you're basically folding it, separating it. So we're kind of getting a crease through the meat, right? And then as you do, you're kind of...
You're not going all the way to the end though.
What's that?
You're not going all the way to the end.
What do you mean?
That last part back there.
Yeah, that's the reason is because this is usually the... Once you get to this part, this is the most important part, this can kind of just follow suit. So you can kind of just go back and fix that as you go. And then you can do the same thing on this other side. So now that you kind of have a crease, you just kind of extend the crease. So you're basically flattening it out, right?
Well, it looks like you just cut it in the middle and didn't like do much to it, like what the thing was saying.
Yeah, so the easiest way to do it for me is now just put some plastic wrap over it and kind of pound it a little bit. And you're going to thin it down, and it's going to make it wider.
Okay, is there any way to fix my shark one?
That I don't know. No, I mean, it doesn't matter exactly because, I mean, you're still going to cook it in the oven for the same amount of time. This is fine, it's just, you know, you can also, if you're doing two of them, you can kind of stack them on top of each other, right? So you could put stuff in the middle, lay it down, and then take butcher twine and tie it together so it's like 1-2 pound pork loin, which is what you're looking for, right?
Yeah, but it's supposed to be spiraled.
Does it really matter? I don't know. Just getting alternatives. But that's how you could do it. If you wanted to do it more, like you could cut further into it and then just keep pushing it this way and doing it. Like I can show you with that one if you want. But generally, this is probably the easiest because all you're trying to do is you're trying to get it as flat as possible, and you can either do that by making a whole bunch of little cuts, right? Like you cut like a whole layer of this and peel it back again, or just pound it down a little bit. It's going to cook more evenly that way anyway.
All right, we're gonna try this again. I feel like I'm totally messing this up. For one thing, I can't get into the end of it. I'm not doing this again. Never making a stuffed pork loin again. I think I just cut all the way through it.
How easy mine was. That was super easy.
Yep, there's a hole. I want to stab it.
It's already dead.
It's irritating me. This is ridiculous. It shouldn't be this hard. That's about as good as that one's gonna get. It's better than the other one. It doesn't have a shark fin.
No.
That is...
On the side. You want to cut it from the side. So lay it on the side and then...
It doesn't have any one side.
Yes, it does. So look, you got this side right here, right? And then you got this side right here. So this curved side, you want to cut right in the meatiest part right here, You're gonna just start folding it back until you can kind of get a pattern going, and then you can cut it through. It's not that hard, guys. Just have a little patience.
Oh, this is stupid. I think we're improvising now. Butchered. Alright, we're gonna pound these suckers flat. The best thing about cling film is that it only sticks to itself.
I feel like this could be an episode of Letterkenny right here. So, I made stuffed pork loin the other day.
The other day. That's like my favorite thing to mimic. The other day. Stuart! I can finally do it.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
Well, you know, you can die.
Figure it out.
Now.
I used the flat side, right? Not the pointy side.
Correct.
I think that's pretty good.
So guess who's coming over today, Simon? Your friend, Nate. Yeah, you know the one. The one that you kick the shit out of all the time. Steal his toes.
Flop. Let's beat down this shark tail. This one is all kinds of foobarred.
But you beat it. Nothing ever bad happened from beating your meat. Looks good. On to the next part. Oh, need. Whoa.
Okay, now that we have these all flattened, we're gonna sprinkle the whole thing with Italian seasoning. And for good measure, I'm gonna just kind of shove that in there. Then we're gonna take, now if you're doing a whole 2 pounds at once, it would be a 1/4 cup. But since I'm not doing 2 pounds at once, I'm gonna do 1/2 of a 1/4. And the pesto gets spread all over. It's the same measurements for all three. The 2 cheeses and the pesto. It's a 1/4 cup, 1/4 cup, 1/4 cup. Again, that's for 2 pounds. If you have a 2 pound, since I have 4 1 pound, I'm going to do about 1/2 a 1/4 cup, which I believe is, let me think, 2 tablespoons. But I'm just eyeballing it. And we'll go like this. With the smelly feet cheese. Now here comes the fun part. We get to try and roll this, holes and all. This one is not going to be great because this is the first one I did. But hey, you know what? It's all going to taste the same. We get the butcher twine and we tie it up. Wrestle that pig. I don't think that's the right term. I think this is the first time I've used butcher twine too.
Nate's here.
Nate, how are you now?
Pretty good. How about you?
Oh, not so bad.
Okay, good. I'm choosing to ignore.
Love it. So this is my first attempt at making a stuffed pork tenderloin
Okay.
and using baker's twine. Cooker's twine? I don't know.
Baker's
Food twine.
Okay.
Butcher.
Butcher twine. There we go.
I see.
So after consulting with Chef Greg, I almost forgot, I need to add salt, pepper, and garlic to the outside. Always add salt, pepper, and garlic to your meat.
It's not exactly what I said.
To be clear, it was always add salt. Pepper is recommended. Garlic is also recommended.
Yep.
Did I get that right?
Salt, pepper, garlic.
Stacey's embellishing a little bit.
I mean, it's pretty close to what he said.
Yeah, plus or minus.
No, what are you doing?
Who's doing the bottom?
How the hell is that gonna stick?
He makes
I
a
was trying to
valid.
keep stuff from falling out.
He makes a valid point on this. That was kind of.
And trying
Get on there, thing! Get on there!
to not touch it.
Pork thing. Do the thing.
Dude, come on, guys! Roll around in the stuff!
That's what pigs do. They roll in the muck.
Except it's not alive. Hence why you are cooking it.
It's a good thing it's not alive because it would not have liked what I was doing to it earlier.
I'm not sure.
I wasn't home during that time. I'm not sure what she's talking about.
Earlier.
I was beating the meat. Another thing we did is we changed the temperature to cook them a little faster because we don't really want to wait 90 minutes. So we upped it to 400 degrees. We're going to put them in. We're going to put them in for 60 minutes and check and see where they're at. Basically, you need to get them to an internal temperature of 140 degrees. And just for Nate, we're making sides again, as I mentioned in the beginning. So these are some keto-friendly dinner rolls. And these come from Headbanger's Kitchen, which if you've never heard of that, what rock have you been living under? But anyway.
I've been living under a rock.
You don't count.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
So for that you need cream cheese, eggs, almond flour, cream of tartar, baking powder, oil, and salt. Let's get these all going and mixed up and stuff. First thing you do is separate your eggs. Oh, that's wet. So we have the egg yolks and the egg whites. I am doubling this, so I have everything is in grams for this recipe. So you probably should get yourself a kitchen scale. It's 50 grams normally of cream cheese softened, and I have 100 grams, which is roughly 4 tablespoons. Put in with that 30 grams of avocado oil. I'm doing 60 because I am doubling it. And then you whisk it until it emulsifies.
Can you define that word?
Honestly, I'm not real sure. I believe it means till it comes together nicely.
Homogenize?
Emulsify? Emulsify. Emulsify until it's emulsified. Hey Siri, what does emulsified mean? Make into or become an emulsion.
Well, that's helpful.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Alright, she's done.
Emulsion is a mixture of 2 or more liquids that are normally unmixable or unblendable owing to liquid phase separation, hence like oil and vinegar, for example. Emulsions are part of a more general class of 2-phase systems of matter called colloids. Although the term colloid and emulsion are sometimes used interchangeably, emulsion should be used when both phases, dispersed and continuous, are liquids. In an emulsion, one liquid, the dispersed phase, is dispersed in the other, the continuous phase. Examples of emulsion include vinaigrettes, homogenized milk, liquid biomolecular condensates, and some cutting fluids for metalworking.
That's not the definition I found.
That's because you asked Siri.
It looks like cottage cheese. I don't think it's gonna get past looking like cottage cheese. We're gonna just roll with it. If this doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
How long did it say to mix it?
Until it's emulsified. With a whisk.
With a whisk.
It's not quite emulsified. I don't have the patience, I guess. So we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna add in our almond flour.
What could possibly go wrong when you don't follow instructions? Why would I put this bolt in this desk? I don't understand what could possibly
I
happen
am
wrong.
impatient with this recipe, so therefore I'm just going to go ahead and move forward.
Yep. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Half if you're doing only one And the salt is to taste, so we're just gonna throw in a pinch.
That looked like to taste.
Yeah.
I taste
Do you want to taste it?
I taste it from here.
Good, I'm glad. We're gonna whisk this again. That mixed up rather nicely.
Is it emulsified now?
Now it's emulsified.
Your impatience paid off.
It did. Once that's done, we add in the 4 egg yolks. And one of them broke, so it's all goopy. Whisk it again. I transferred everything into a bowl that I used to measure my flour because you have to whisk the egg whites, which is all 4 egg whites, along with your cream of tartar, which is half a teaspoon unless you're only making 1 batch. Then you use a 1/4 teaspoon. And you whip that into stiff peaks.
I thought she said.
How do you know if it's good enough? Doesn't fall out of the bowl. I tried to save myself from dirtying another bowl. Not gonna happen. You have to add this in thirds to this and you have to fold it in. Somebody gonna throw in a Schitt's Creek reference?
Nope.
I cannot necessarily say it's though.
How do you fold in the cheese?
That reference at the ready.
Folding in the egg whites. Those are good and folded. We have these fun little dome-shaped roll things, silicone things. They've been sprayed. So they are ready to receive the batter.
Are you trying right now?
Trying what?
You know what? You know exactly.
No, I literally was not.
Okay.
But that's funny.
That was very funny.
Alright, I'm gonna do it this way so I can get it as close as possible to even amounts. Forgot to preheat the oven, and since this is Headbanger's Kitchen, it says 180 degrees Celsius, which comes out to like 356 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're gonna heat it to 355, and once it's ready, I'm gonna throw these in. Simon's ringing the bell. And I'm gonna throw these in for 12 to 15 minutes. Okay, ready? Come here. Come. Sit, sit. Time for Simon to eat. Spin. Other way. Sit. Dance. Sit. High five. Good boy. Roll over. Sit. Bang. Good boy. Last recipe is lemon roasted spicy broccoli. And it comes from a website called Ruled, as in ruler, but ruled with a D, .me. So it's going to be kosher salt, lemon, minced garlic, avocado, of course the broccoli, avocado oil, Parmesan cheese, fresh basil, red pepper flakes. Let's make this one. Start out putting all your broccoli on a sheet. It's about a pound and a half. Then in a bowl, I'm going to mix together all the stuff that needs to go on top of it. It's going to be a 1/4 cup of olive oil, or avocado oil is what we use. 2 tablespoons of fresh basil chopped up. 3 teaspoons of minced garlic. Okay, I got it open myself this time.
Amazing.
Half a teaspoon to 3/4 of a teaspoon of kosher salt. So we're just going to kind of do a rounded half teaspoon. Okay, there we go. Half a teaspoon of red chili flakes. Alexa, stop. She listened that time.
I feel like there could be like one of those, what do they call those things?
Those things.
Collages, like the video collage of Stacey saying, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Stop.
Zest of the zest of 1/2 of a lime.
That's a lemon?
Lemon. Zest of 1/2 of a lemon.
What if I want a yellow lime?
We'll just call it a yellow lime then.
I like it.
It's a about half. Oh,
Getting aggressive with that zest.
right?
Making it zestfully clean.
And then we need juice of half of the lemon. So we're gonna cut it. Now we're gonna squeeze it.
Well, we had a juicer.
We do, but I don't feel like getting it out.
I see you got the grater out. That didn't seem to be a problem.
Because
I can't
that was
grate
great,
that
though.
by hand.
That was great though.
God. We're gonna mix that all up and we're gonna pour it on top and season the broccoli with it. Another thing that you need to do, as per usual, that I keep forgetting to say is preheat your oven. Do that first. This one is 425. So we're gonna take this, get all up in it with my hands again, and we're gonna season the broccoli as best we can. I feel like
Shouldn't have wasted the time washing your hands.
would be easier to mix this up in a bowl and then put your broccoli in it and kind of toss it and then put it on the sheet. Probably would have been a easier, less messy process. But we're doing it this way. That's what the recipe says.
If you were to toss them, would you tell the elf?
Are we talking about tossing salad? What?
Greg, that was a Lord of the Rings joke.
Yeah, that's
You went
totally...
straight porno.
That's totally lost on
She
me.
went to Lord of the Cock Rings.
Wait, is that really one?
Nah.
That's great. That is a
No
great
bloody
title.
idea.
I just thought maybe you heard it somewhere.
No. I'm sure that you can Google it on your phone.
I'm sure there's plenty of Lord of the Rings porn stuff out there, but
I'm gonna kind of toss it anyway with my hand.
I'm going to pass it to you.
Nate, are you excited to eat broccoli that I've been handling?
Jiggling, if you will.
I'm tossing it.
You're tossing it up.
Tossing broccoli. It could be a new thing. Last step is to sprinkle 1/3 of a cup of Parmesan cheese all over it. So let's sprinkle, make it rain. Now we put it in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. All done. Lemon roasted spicy broccoli, that's what it is. Pesto stuffed pork loins and keto dinner rolls. Let's try it. Broccoli first.
she wants to love it, guys.
I mean, it's broccoli, so it's good, but I don't get the lemon.
Dude.
I got a lemon, like, onions on that one though.
Huh.
That's pretty good. I kind of like it.
I do get a little bit of spice to it though.
The broccoli almost reminds me of like a Brussels sprouts flavor. And I don't know if that's just because I often will have lemon on Brussels sprouts. But it reminds me. Is this like a cheese that's crusted on the outside of the broccoli?
Parmesan, I think.
Yep.
It's very good.
That was the last thing to go on it.
I like how she has to get her head moving in the right direction to make sure her mouth, the teeth actually penetrate.
That's a bad part about broccoli. I'm too lazy to cut it. I try to shove the whole thing in my mouth.
Do you know? I like the rolls a lot, actually.
They were taller when they first came out.
Pretty tasty.
I mean, they're made with cream cheese, so
I wouldn't have guessed it.
cream cheese makes everything better.
I thought that was bacon.
That's
Cream
a
cheese.
sentiment I can agree with.
Like, I would say these are good rolls. I would not say these are good keto rolls. They're just good rolls. Actually.
Alright.
I don't know if you've made these before, but
I think we made them once a long time ago, but I don't think we made them for you.
they're very
I think it was just like when we first started keto, because we used to follow Headbanger's Kitchen pretty closely. And that's one of his recipes, which he makes a lot of really good recipes.
The pork is tasty.
I like it. It's really good.
It does seem a little bit dry, but it's tasty.
Yeah. pork was a little overcooked. 60 minutes at 400 was just a tad too long. Even though I'm never gonna do a rolled stuffed pork loin again, I do really like this recipe.
Stacy, this pork has a string in it.
You won't notice it.
You just like it on Tuesday.
It's good, it gives it moisture.
The string gives it moisture. Oopsie.
You're gonna need that fiber for later, Nate.
I must have been really hungry because I didn't notice how dry it was until getting to the last piece.
I did forewarn.
That it was going to be dry?
No. The rope, whatever it is.
Still called butcher's flame.
I still think about it every time I have a meal.
Toothpicks?
Yeah, I got a card.
I forgot about the toothpicks. And then they got covered in batter and fried.
So you were trying to injure people? Like,
Thankfully, when somebody decided to bite into them, they were sideways, not up and down.
were people forewarned about these?
No, no.
No, I forgot.
You like full on forgot.
Mason's like,
And then
Why is this crunchy?
when the first one was found, she was like, "Yeah, there could be up to 3."
Up to 3.
It's like, I'm fearful to take a bite. I bite in it, and I was like, it gave me a reminder of like a chicken wing and like hitting the bone and like a tendon or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, this doesn't make sense.
it's a pepper.
There's no things that will fight back in here. Like,
It shouldn't be.
So we're done. Guess who won? Wasn't me.
It was Simon.
Wasn't Nate.
Feels like it's always the same every time. Guess who won? It wasn't me again. Although she did play Sagrada the other day and she did win.
She did win Sagrada.
I did win Sagrada.
Correct.
Yeah. That's why we never played on camera because then she'd never be. She's already hard enough to live with. But dinner is good.
It was.
Recommend cutting back the pork loin time a little bit if you do increase the temperature.
Yeah. Don't do 60 minutes. Or, yeah.
See? Told you she's tired. But it was good. And I guess the broccoli was good too. The rolls are pretty decent. Good meal overall. You should definitely give it a try and let us know what you think. But that's it for us today, guys. Thanks for tuning in for it. Thanks for tuning in with us. And thanks for watching, as always.
Stay keto.
And we'll see you in the next video.
You can find this recipe linked below. You can find this recipe linked below. It is the sauce. Not until I pound the crap out of this.
I hope the crap has already been pounded out of it.
I don't know where the crap pounder is. Okay, now that we have... Stop saying okay. Don't be sassy, Nate. I literally can't get a hold of it. There we go. It took 3 fingers.
that's what you said.
Does it feel juicy?
Yeah, juicy.
That means I'm going to play a swamp and I'm
I made a meatball thing the other night that was really good.
Yeah. Did you handle the balls?
Do what?
Did you handle the balls?
I did. I handled them very well.
Oh, look at you go. You're so proud of yourself.
I am. I'm the best ball handler there ever was.
Like a Muggsy Bogues?
What?
Like a Muggsy Bogues?
I don't know what that is.
He's a basketball player.
Oh.
He was known for ball handling.
top 4 cards in my library.
He was a very short little guy.
Okay. I can palm a basketball because I got the man hands.
I'm saying that due to the excess of cheese that is consumed in this house in all of our meals, whether or not something has cheese flavor is not apparent to me.
Oh. You're saying that I have deadened your taste
Yes.
buds to the flavor of cheese?
Yes.
There's worse things.
You just give me flashbacks to Thanksgiving when I was a kid. I was trying to choke it down, like, I can't get enough moisture in my mouth to swallow. There it is again.
Are you feeling like Clark Griswold?
Dip it in your water. Or we can do the Beverly D'Angelo.
I was at my mom's the other day, and someone said that someone needed to say grace, so I started saying the Pledge of Allegiance. But people did not understand. It was the wrong choice.
She died 50 years ago.
Blessing.
Fucking embarrassing.
Is that what she said?
I need to kick your trash can. You need to watch more Letterkenny.
No.
Meow. Meow.